with. So she started a declutter movement. Then in the 1950s, people started spending more money on their homes after World War II. Interior design courses were established, interior design textbooks were made, and interior design soon became the secondary role to architecture. Which leads me to talk about designer versus a decorator. There is a difference. As an interior designer, we know 2D and 3D architectural computer programs. We get a 4-year degree, we get licensed, and we get LEED certified, which stands for Leadership in Energy Environmental Design. We are educated in fire safety codes, and we are educated in handicap accessibility codes. A decorator, on the other hand, nothing wrong with a decorator, but they do not require all of that training. A decorator adorns a space with beautiful furniture, artwork, accessories. So essentially, a designer may decorate, but a decorator does not design. However, I do both. So you can see me here in this space decorating. How I got into interior design. My parents built our house when I was 9 years old. So from a very young age, I was in meetings with architects and designers. I was always studying their drawings. I had an opinion about everything. Maybe that was very annoying, but at least I know that I've been passionate about this since I was a young girl. I really loved watching the construction phase, and yeah. While the building was going on, I was in school at Metairie Park Country Day. Country Day is very focused in the arts. While at Country Day, I did everything from glass blowing to painting to woodwork, metals, dance, you name it, we did it at Country Day. So Country Day definitely had a big influence in my creative abilities. During high school, I did an internship at Interiors and Extras, a full-service design firm here, and got to work on some really cool projects, and it confirmed when I saw all the ups and downs of the career encompasses that this is a field that I wanted to pursue. While I was in Interiors and Extras, I knew that, okay, I was born to be an interior designer. After high school, I went to LSU. I got accepted into the interior design program, which was number 4 in the nation. It's very competitive to get into LSU design. They had 200 people apply and only accepted 35 students that year. Being in LSU design school, we didn't have a traditional college career. I didn't go to classes in the quad or anything like that. We had a design building. Each student had a cubicle. We had every class at this cubicle space. We had sleeping bags in there, microwaves. We had 24/7 access to the building, and we would sleep in there, eat in there, just be in there all day until our project deadlines were met. After 5 years in the grueling design program, I graduated from LSU with my Bachelor's of Fine Arts in interior design. After college, I immediately started working for Interior Motives, and this is the owner here, Cynthia Whittington. Love her to death. I got a lot of in-field experience there on the job site, as well as behind the scenes with the paperwork, and just really learned how to run a business. So then it was only natural for me to start my own business, JL Studio Designs. A little bit about my services. I do new construction. I come in at the very beginning with the architects, and I'm always on the job site. These are some projects that I'm working on right now. They're both in Gabriel Estates. So just an example of how a new construction job works. You have your lot here, and then we go to a drawing phase. And I am not an architect, however I do work in architectural drawing programs, so I can do the drawings. I did this drawing here, and the architect just stamps the drawings after. And then after the drawing phase, we go into 3D model, and we go to color 3D model, and then the If the client's happy, we start building. So here I am again on the job site. I'm every day on the job site in my mud boots, making sure that everything's coming together cohesively and properly, no mistakes are being made. So this is the after, how that house turned out. It's on Robert E. Lee. And then this is the interior of the house, the kitchen den area. And here I am, I'm in the stone yard, making sure that everything is going to match accordingly. So I brought with me, the wallpaper, the cabinet samples, everything. Here's the kitchen in progress, and here's how it turned out after. Sometimes when you're on a job site, you don't have time to make a really pretty detailed, glamorous drawing. You got to think on your feet quick. So one day I was walking through and, oops, I really didn't like how this wall was turning out with the one window. It just looked really plain to me. So I went up to the trim carpenter and I said, hey, we got to do something about this wall, and he's like, well, what do you want to do? I need to know now, So I drew this on a napkin to show the paneling, and there's the after of how it came out. I think it really changed the feel of the space and added a nice focal wall in the foyer. I also do renovations and I do commercial work, so I'm going to take you through a commercial job that I just finished. This is me and the client really excited to begin the renovation. It's a clothing boutique on Magazine Street called Lennox and Lane. So here's the before space. The client really didn't know what she wanted to do, so we entered a drawing phase, and I did the floor plan layouts to show sort of how the space was going to function. It's not really it's not showing up on here very well, but I did the drawings. And then we went into 3D modeling, just a series of some sketches there to give her an idea. And after the 3D phase, I go into the decorative part, picking the light fixtures, artwork, accessories, things like that. So these are some of the pieces that are in her store. And then I couldn't find the perfect display table for her to display her clothes on, so I ended up custom designing it. And this was one of my initial hand sketches that I did. I ended up doing detailed drawings of it, but initial hand sketch, and there's the after of the table. So I do furniture design, some of the renovation photos, and here's the after. And here's me, excited to be done and really proud of how the store came out. I also do drapery design. I have access to thousands of different fabrics. If you can dream it, I can make it happen for you. I do color consultations. You don't need to spend $100,000 to make your home look good. You can just throw some paint on the wall. It will really change the space. So this shows the before and after. We've painted her brick a couple different colors, painted that paneling down here, and client's super happy. Like, she feels like a new person. Finishing furniture. I don't paint the furniture myself, but if you have, your old grandma's chest or something and you want to keep it, but you want to refinish it, I will work between the client and the faux finisher to come up with ideas of how we can bring that piece back to life. So this is a cool table I did. Custom furniture design. I have access to thousands of different frames, fabrics, and finishes. So if you want a unique look, custom look, all these pieces in this entire space were custom designed by me. I also do commissioned artwork. So this is a fireplace that we renovated. See, it looks a lot better here. Client wanted a painting of trees, and she just wanted it to be muted and very textured. So you can see my paintings in progress here, and then there is an after photo, and here's a close-up of it. So, I'm almost done. I do staging for realtors, and then I also come up with backyard concepts. This is a new construction pool. You can see the 3D model here, and that's the after. So I actually drew the layout for the pool and picked all the decking materials. Lastly, I am really big on social media. I have a Facebook business page, Instagram, a website with a running blog so you can stay up to date. So I'd really like if y'all would celebrate JL Studio with me. I just made a year of starting all this, so yeah. Some good referrals for me are contractors, builders, new homeowners, realtors, people who are building a new home, people who want to renovate their home or business, people shopping for new furniture, people who want more curb appeal, people who want to build an outdoor kitchen area. Good comment, hire interior design.